Well, hey Myo family, and welcome to this episode of the Myo Minute. I am Carmen Woodland. I'm an orofacial myofunctional therapist. I have an online global practice, which means I get to bring this to all corners of the globe. In this episode, I'm going to be answering the question, how do I know if I need orofacial myofunctional therapy? So in the past couple episodes, we've talked about what it is, what the goals for therapy are. So this one's going to be another bite-sized helping to just talk about this specific topic. So a lot of people ask me if they would benefit from orofacial myofunctional therapy, and rather than just explain the goals of therapy, I like to have them self-identify so that they can see, oh yeah, that I would benefit from that. So in episode 16, I talked about the 4 goals of therapy, which will make it pretty easy to determine if you could benefit from therapy, okay? So the first one is correct tongue posture. So if you remember right, correct tongue posture is tongue completely lifted to the roof of the mouth. It's creating a seal. That's where it lives. So obviously, if that is not your resting tongue posture, then you know it's wrong and you could benefit from correcting that. The second goal of therapy is correct mouth posture. Mouth closed, lips sealed, teeth gently together, the facial structure relaxed. If that is not your natural resting posture, then of course you could benefit from fixing that. Nasal breathing is the third goal of therapy. If nasal breathing is not your predominant way of breathing, then absolutely. This includes mouth breathing, shallow thoracic breathing, just breathing here. It's kind of rapid fight or flight. That if you're not using your breathing system correctly and breathing through your nose and breathing slowly with the belly, with the diaphragm, then bingo, you have a concern. And then last is swallow, correct, and normalize. So that was the 4th goal of therapy. So this is probably one of the trickier areas because a lot of people come to me and they say, hey Carmen, I haven't starved to death, so I'm clearly doing okay because I'm swallowing. I'm getting food down, right? But I will tell you this, that a big fat 0% of the people I meet in my business, 0% of them swallow correctly. And I, without a doubt, know that 100% of you with tongue ties don't swallow correctly because you can't. You have a physical barrier holding the tongue down, which either prevents the front of it from lifting or the back of it from lifting, but you need the entire tongue movement to be able to swallow correctly. So if you don't have a tongue tie, or if you have a tongue tie, you don't swallow correct at all. Now, you might think that you do, and that's just because you don't know any different. You might just think that's the norm. A lot of you guys choke, and you suspect that maybe something's wrong, but you just can't put your finger on it. So that's a biggie. So if your swallow is wrong, if somebody has told you that you have a tongue thrust, which is an incorrect swallow, the tongue comes forward, comes down, it goes sideways. Remember, you guys, a tongue thrust is not the problem. It's a symptom of a bigger problem, which is an oral rest problem. So it tells you, though, that your swallow is not correct. So there you have it. That just kind of in a nutshell tells you if you would benefit from orofacial myofunctional therapy. If you can't satisfy the 4 goals of therapy, then absolutely you should start this conversation with me. The best place to do that is with an exam. That gives us a chance to take a deeper dive into your case. What's your symptom burden? What kind of complaints do you have? What kind of goals do you have for therapy? All of those things are results that we get for you here at Impact Myofunctional Therapy. We call that the U 2.0 because you're here and we're going to help take you to here. So perhaps you need to hear that. Schedule your exam. If there's somebody that you know that needs to hear this, share, tag, do whatever you need to do to get them scheduled for their exam so that we can make an impact for them. So that is it, you guys. I will be back next time and we will continue to take another dive into this topic. So see you next time. Bye for now.